Being an official Uplander within the Upland metaverse is incredibly important. One of the big things, obviously, that it unlocks is the ability to sell properties, but it also means that your account is permanent. You don't have to worry about those daily check-ins and all of that stuff before all of a sudden everything disappears because you forgot to log in. That's not a concern anymore. When you're an Uplander, that means that your account is permanent on the EOS blockchain. Along with that, if you wait for Spark Up weeks, which we've actually got one coming up right around the corner, when you level up, you also get bonus Spark. So obviously then, we want to get leveled up. The problem that most folks run into is that you register and you get the 4,500 UPIX to get started out, and you go through and get some collections going, and now with Detroit it is a little bit easier, but then after going through all of this stuff, you end up falling a few hundred, sometimes even a few thousand UPIX short of that magical Uplander status, which is 10,000 UPIX or more in terms of net value. Well, guess what? There's been a change to that. Now, with a small modification, any new person joining into Upland can basically level to the Uplander status for free. Hey there, John Henry here, ssftg. Welcome to the video. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome, my friend. I hope to earn your like and subscription today. Before we jump in, I wanted to take a look at some Street View submissions, so thank you all for posting these. If you'd like your chance to have yours posted on the next episode, drop them in the comments below. The first one is from Dead Fish Faces, which is an absolutely incredible name. 19495 Livernois Avenue. Let's take a look here. Let's go into the Street View. Oh man, now this is cool. Check this out. It's got a wicked caddy right in the middle of what I'm assuming is a showroom. 313. Oh, it's got the garage doors open. Must be a nice day outside. Got some cool shirts and oh, hey, there he is. Hey, look at him. I don't blame him having a big grin on his face. It's a sweet car in there. Awesome Street View. Thank you. This is cool. Can we zoom around in here? I know some of these buildings lately have been letting us go around, but I don't think we can in this one. All right, well, either way, really cool. And then we've also got another Street View submission from Kenny Haas. Thank you for posting this one. 675 Madison Ave in Manhattan. First off, Manhattan properties are always really exciting, but looks delicious. Let's take a look here. Street View. Ooh, now we're talking. Hey, this one's pretty cool. We got like, oh yeah. And we've ducks. Oh, check it out. Yeah, no, I didn't even see it. They've got like little cats and dogs and stuff. Got airplanes. This is cool. They have any gummies? Those are my favorite. I love gummy anything. We've got a full-blown chocolate shop with flowers, and I wonder if this is like edible arrangement kind of stuff here. This is really cool. What's it look like outside here? Whoa, okay. Well, I think I jumped into another place here. All right, before I get lost here. Either way, that was a really, really cool one. I don't know where I am. I'd like to go back and look at it, but either way, that was an awesome Street View. Thank you. All right, so let's cut to the chase. I know why you're here, and I know we're all talking about leveling to the Uplander status, and even more importantly, how to do it for free. First off, we've got to be realistic here. Remember, this is going to take a few days to accomplish, so make sure that you plan accordingly, but remember, it's free, so let's jump in. Now, you may have heard me talking about it over the last few days and saying promo link instead of referral link and all of that, but our promo link is in the description. It's right here, discover.upland.me/ssftg. And like I said, I'll have it in the description for you as well. But a promo link is like a referral link, but on steroids, and is exactly why this whole guide works in the first place. A massive shout out and thank you to the Upland team for hooking up SSFTG with this awesome promo link. So the first thing that we need to do here is register with the promo link. And what this does and why it's so important is it starts you out with 6,000 UPIX instead of the more common 4,500 UPIX, which is what most referral links give. Now, be careful because we still have to keep our spending to an absolute minimum until the Uplander status is reached. Taking costs for sending your Uplander places, those little things can eat into your profits enough to make it so that you won't be able to level up, and that is a sad day, so don't do that. Make sure to keep everything on a minimum until we get to our goal. Now, after you register, you're going to start out with 6,000 UPIX, and it's time to go to work. The first thing that we need to do is mint our first couple properties. And specifically, we need to hunt for properties that are around the 1,500 UPIX or below, at least below 2,000 UPIX, and that's the only way that we can really make it work. But the cheaper, the better. And fortunately, thanks to the launch of Detroit, we can find some pretty cheap properties. Here we have some for $13.86 for FSA. Now, if you're not familiar with how I'm finding these, this is upixland.me, and that is a very, very useful website. If you're not familiar with this tool, or you're a new Uplander just getting started, you might as well take some time and get familiar with this too, because this is a staple in our arsenal. You're going to want to select the city. In this case, we're looking at Detroit, so we'll choose the Detroit dropdown. I don't care about neighborhoods or collections or anything like that. That's not what we're going for here. What we want to do is search for unlocked properties that are only FSA, because remember, you are a new player, and FSA is the Fair Start Act that allows you to pick up some cheap properties in otherwise sold out locations, which is what we're going to be utilizing here. And then we want to sort by mint, price, and click search. And after we click search, we can find that there are several properties at $13.86, which is a very good price. Remember, you are a brand new player, so you can hunt for these FSA properties. And I did a full video on FSA properties, and I'll link that in the corner for you if you need a refresher. At the time of recording this, Detroit does seem to have plenty of properties underneath about the 1,400 UPIX mark, which will work perfectly for this. But just make sure that if you're watching this at a later time, or prices may have changed, you may have to navigate to a new location that fits the bill accordingly. But what we're looking for is to find at least 3 properties on the same street. Now, by simply looking over here, we can see that, like, these are all on the same street, St. Clair Street. All of them, and we've got 4. Now I need at least 3, but 4, that's good. From there, all we have to do is take the address, we'll copy the address over into Upland, use a little search glass in the bottom right, and paste that in and search. And once we pull this up, we'll hit enter, and it'll bring us straight to the property, which is right here, and we can double check 1386. That is the correct one. These are all on St. Clair, and I can see all of these ones lined up. There's actually quite a few, but they're probably slightly different prices, which is why they didn't all show up. Now, after you mint your first property as a brand new Uplander, well, a brand new visitor to Uplander so far, you should receive a 100 UPIX congratulatory bonus. Like, hey, welcome to the game, good job, you minted your first one, here's 100 UPIX. What we want to do is mint 3 more on the same street. So as an example, we'd go for this one, and this one. No particular reason why those 3, but those 3, sure. What we're going to do after we mint these 3 is give them a couple seconds to complete on the blockchain, and then we're going to go to the 3 dots at the bottom, go into our collections right there, and then we want to find the first one that we're going to complete. After you mint your first property as a brand new visitor to the Upland metaverse, you should receive 100 UPIX congratulatory, like, hey, good job, you minted your first one, here's 100 UPIX as a pat on the shoulder, good job, Mint 3 more on the same street, and again, we'll just pick this one, and this one, and depending on the cost, in this case, we could actually get 4 of them right out of the gates because the prices are so cheap. Once we have these 4, we're going to go into our collections. So click the 3 dots at the bottom and go to your collections tab right there. And within the collections tab, we're looking for a couple different ones. First off, what we want to find is the one that's labeled newbie. Now, newbie is going to give you a nice little boost, and it only takes 1 property to complete. And when you complete the newbie collection, it gives you an 800 UPIX reward. You can't see it on mine because mine's already been claimed. But you would go into your collection, you would add one of your properties to your collection, and then claim the bonus to get your 800 UPIX. Now, while you're there, because we have 3 on the same street, which is the prerequisite to King of the Street, the next collection, we're going to also go in, edit collection, and complete this collection as well. King of the Street is going to give you another 950 UPIX reward, which should give us enough between those last 2 rewards to mint 1 more property. So we can go back into Upland, we'll pick our 5th property from the list. So now let's just say that we've got these all in a line. So we've got our 5 properties. What we want to do is go back into our collections once we have our 5th, and we want to go into City Pro. City Pro requires 5 properties in the same city, which we know they are because they're on the same street. We can complete the City Pro collection next, and that is going to be a big one for us. The City Pro collection is going to give us 1,200 UPIX, putting our net worth at this point right around like 9,000 or so. Now, we do need to push this a little bit closer so we can go back into our collections and find the Detroit Standard Collection. Now, the Detroit Standard Collection requires 3 properties that are all within Detroit, and this one gives us 450 more UPIX. Obviously, that's not going to get us to over 10,000. That puts us at right around 9,450. But here's the cool thing. It's just a matter of writing out your daily login bonuses to finish off the road to 10,000 and the Uplander status, because when you do your daily logins, you should have a cumulative total of 775 more UPIX through those rewards. After all is said and done, that should put your net worth at 10,275, which is just a couple hundred more than you need to level up to the Uplander status. And on top of that, you were able to complete some collections along the way, and you've got 5 properties to boot in the Detroit area. Now, there was an announcement not too long ago of a holding period for collections, and again, this is something that is going to take a little bit of time, even because we have to utilize the daily login bonuses. But with that in mind, with those changes in the future, just make sure to buffer things accordingly so that you can land on your level up for the Spark Week. So just as a recap, if we look at everything that took place, right, let's tally this all up. When we first start out, you get the bonus because of the promo link of 6,000 UPIX to get going. We buy 3 properties, right? And from the first property, we get 100 UPIX bonus. Then we go in, we complete our newbie bonus for another 800. We complete our King of the Street for another bonus. And we complete our Detroit collection for another 450. And we also have our City Pro collection for 1,200. We have our daily login bonuses for a cumulative total after everything is said and done of 775, and that's the breakdown math giving us that 10,275, just so that we're all on the same page. From there, it's just a matter of timing your level up so that you get the boosts from Spark Week and you're set. You can sell properties now, you can set up shop and keep minting more properties, you can treasure hunt for rewards, you can do anything else that you really want to. If you decide to invest some cash into Upland because you use the promo link, you still get that monster 50% bonus to your first UPIX purchase as well. It does have a reward cap of 50,000 UPIX and it only works on the first purchase, so make sure to plan carefully. If you're looking for more resources, info, ways to get started in Upland, or anything else, swing over to ssftg.com/Upland for all of that kind of stuff. Hopefully this guide shows you how you can level to the Uplander status completely free. It does take a little bit of time, but free is one of my favorite prices to pay, and we just need a little bit of a solid plan ahead of time. If you have any questions, thoughts, topics for new videos, or an epic street view, drop them in the comments below. I always love hearing from you all. Until the next one, thanks for watching, enjoy the metaverse travels, and we'll see you all then.